Hello and welcome back to the channel. It is that time of the month again to go over what I read in March and take a look at April's TBR. Let's just go ahead and dive right into things, shall we? So we're gonna see a theme this month. I read a lot of ebooks, not so many physical books. So you know what, let's go ahead and start with the ebooks and then we can head over to the audiobooks. Pulling up the Goodreads here. I've been trying to use Goodreads, also using Fable though. I do like Fable a lot. I like Fable more than Storygraph. I'm on Storygraph. I'm not active on it because I can't quite figure it out, but I do love Fable, so I've been using that a lot. So we read a total of 10 books in March. We did have one that we DNF'd. It might be like my second or third DNF ever in my whole life, I know. Let's go ahead and start with the DNF and just kind of get it out of the way. It was This Time Next Door by Gretchen Galloway. Now, it was one that had been on my Kindle that I mentioned in the last video. I'm doing the random wheel generator to get through my ebooks instead of just like reading whatever I want to read. I'm kind of just going through, and it's a fun little TikTok series, so go follow me on the Clock app and you can kind of like follow along with what I'm reading. That was the first book that it picked for me. I got like 60% through and I was just like, you know, I'm not feeling it. The writing was good. I enjoyed reading it. I just got confused. I DNF'd it because like I just couldn't figure it out. There were like one main male character, two female characters. One obviously was the main. He was supposed to be interested in her, but then he was kind of interested in her friend, and it all just got very messy with a very not clear understanding. And then when they like kind of did start to flirt with each other, it felt very forced, and I got like 60% and I was like, nope, I don't care enough to finish, so I didn't. Which then led me to the randomizer wheel once again, in which I got The Substitution by Morgan Elizabeth. Now this one is actually number 3 in that 5-book Springbrook Hills series that I have been reading. I gave it a solid 3 stars. It was a cute little read. I will say that I liked it more than the first one, which I think is The Protector, but I liked it less than The Playlist. So kind of bouncing back and forth, considering I've read the first one, the 5th one, and then now I've read the 3rd one in it. So, and if the randomizer wheel is like, I could just like read all of them, but they are interconnected standalone, so I don't feel the need to read them in order. Let's see. It's been a month, guys. I feel like I've forgotten what a lot of these books are about. So The Substitution follows Jordan and Tanner. Now Tanner is the one that is the reoccurring character. Jordan comes in to town as kind of a found family situation. While I loved Tanner. Tanner could be up there in like, not top 10 by any means, but he's up there as far as book boyfriends go. We adore Tanner. Loved him thoroughly. But I just couldn't connect to Jordan. There was something about her that just either like seemed really fake or disingenuous or not fleshed out all the way. I don't know. I couldn't get into the character quite as much, so it was fine. It was a good read. I enjoyed it. I obviously will still be reading the other 2. I'm glad they were Kindle Unlimited, to be honest. There were a couple plot holes as well that just kind of fell flat for me, so 3 stars. Then up next, we had our first e-arc of the month. We read Save the Date by Allison Raskin, and it was adorable. Gave it a solid 4 stars, and it was just so cute. Emma recently got dumped by her fiance, in which they had the wedding planned. They had all the T's crossed, the I's dotted with little hearts, and they were ready to rock, they were ready to roll until they weren't. And so Emma, being a relationship counselor, was like, hey, you know what? I believe that instead of it being that you find the one and that's the one you're supposed to be with, I think marriage can be successful just because 2 people want to be together and want to make it work. So I'm going to save my wedding date and find a new groom. Absolute chaos ensues, obviously. It's just a good time. It's a good, fun read. I love the men in this book, even just the ones that are like the one-time dates that are meant to be kind of like a lot. Super fun, super cute. Thoroughly enjoyed this book. It comes out April 8th. So there's a small chance that by the time this video is out, the book will be out. Go grab it. Very cute. Thank you to NetGalley. Thank you to Canary Street Press for allowing me to read the e-arc. Then after the substitution, we went back to the wheel again and got Love Redesigned, a Lauren Asher book. I have been wanting to read something from her in so long, so I am thankful the wheel did its thing. Now this is one that there are 2 books now, there's going to be a third, so I have decided that I will be reading the first 2 before I go back to the wheel, just because then I can kind of wrap those up before the third one comes out. I think these ones are a little bit more connected than the other ones are anyway, so I will be doing that. This one also a solid 4 stars. 4-star read. Absolutely enjoyed the heck out of this. It is a hefty romance book. It is 530 pages, but solid 4 stars, 4.5. It was just, loved it. I will say, I do not give 5 stars. A 5-star romance to me, a 5-star book is one that I don't care if you're a reader, I'm going to talk to you about this book. I'm going to find a way to bring it up in all of my conversation. So 4.5 stars, you know it was good. In this book, we follow Julian and Dahlia. They are from the same hometown. Dahlia is back after having a falling out with her fiance and just needed to come back home, get away from her interior design life. Julian is a billionaire with a construction company, and he renovates houses as well. She does more of the interior design, he does more of the actual construction, and they are childhood friends. Their families are so interconnected. They do everything together. So when Delia pops back up, it is chaos because since college, they have had a falling out. So not only do we have childhood friends, we have enemies to lovers, we have one bad trope. This book has all of my favorite tropes. All of them. He falls first, he falls harder. Every single trope that I could want in a book is in this book. It's so unbelievably sweet. It basically just kind of follows them when they're kind of forced to work on a project together. What's gonna happen? Who sets that up? It's all chaos, and I loved it. The dialogue in it, we got Life Without You was a series of pros and cons. It's so quick and it's so little, but he says it and he's such this I wouldn't exactly say type A, but he's just a lot more together with things, and she's very free-spirited, which I love that dynamic as well. And I mean, I love a pro-con list. Give me a pro-con list, give me a to-do list. I love a list. And so I just thought that was just such a sweet little moment, and it has so many of those cute little moments that the big moments, yes, they're great, but I think I love it even more for just those little ones. So because of that, I will be gave that a 4.5. I will be reading the next one, which is Love. If this was Love Redesigned, the next one is Love Unwritten. I do have both, so I'm going to read the next one before I head back to the wheel for another random book from my ebooks. Then we went back to another e-arc. This book publishes April 1st, so it is already out. Make sure you go check it out because it was a 5-star romance. It's a fun little hockey romance. It is Stick to Me by Marion Day Ray. It follows Marissa and Aaron. They are childhood friends. Marissa moves back to the city once her dad starts coaching Aaron's team, and they're besties, so they start living together. Marissa moves into Aaron's apartment, and it is just, it's so cute. It's so cute because it's a lot of found family. Both Aaron and Marissa don't want to mess up the friendship because they both feel like they're family to each other. And then it's a lot of not allowed to anyway because it's coach's daughter, key player, that kind of thing. The entire friend group now, I just want books from all of them. I loved every character in this book. It was absolutely adorable. All of the little witty banner and just these little moments that were just, it was a hockey romance. So glad to have another good hockey romance in the repertoire. Loved it so much. Thank you to NetGalley again for letting me read this as an e-arc. It was absolutely lovely. Let's just go ahead and wrap up ebooks for the month of March. I read A First Time for Everything by K.L. Wather. Now, this one actually was an interconnected standalone from A Summer of Broken Rules. Now, that one I rated 3 stars. This one I will say is also a 3-star read for me. Probably closer to a 3.5. I'm really surprised that it didn't click as much as I wanted it to be honest. It follows a high schooler named Mads, whose brother just got engaged to a girl named Katie. Now, Mads doesn't understand why her brother that she looks up to more than anything is with Katie. So when Katie asks her to be a bridesmaid, she's kind of like, well, I guess I have to for my brother, and I will use this as an opportunity to get closer to her. But I don't understand this relationship, so we're gonna try and figure that out too. Now, they go on the bachelorette party, and during this bachelorette party, they play a game of truth or dare. And the dare ends up being Katie is going to help, along with all of the other bridesmaids, help Mads find a date for the wedding. Now, Mads is like, loves field hockey, super into her academics, wanting to make sure she gets into the big schools, things like that. She doesn't really hasn't really thought about dating, but she also has her best friend named Connor. Now, Connor is a boy next door, super cute. He's been there forever. They're absolute besties. As we've been going to all of these wedding events, there's been restaurants catering these wedding events, and the boy of the owner of that is named Marco. Marco went to high school with him. She knows Marco too. But all of the chaos that ensues from him kind of popping up here and there, and then all of the boys that she talks about and like goes on these like little one-off dates with, is just absolutely hilarious. I really enjoyed this book. I can't really say a whole lot bad about it because there really wasn't anything. The only thing that I think I knocked it down for really is that the end, there were a lot of twists that I felt like could have been a much bigger part of all of it. And obviously, I mean, by the end of it, she's gonna like Katie. Katie's gonna like the family, all of that kind of stuff. But the way we got there felt so short that I would have liked to seen a lot more of it throughout the book, even if it meant a longer book, because I did enjoy reading it and I would still recommend it to people. It was still a good book. It's just that the ending felt so rushed to me that I think it kind of lost a lot of the pizzazz that it had throughout the rest of it. But thank you very much to NetGalley and Sourcefire Books for allowing me to read the E-Arc. This one comes out June 3rd. Make sure you still pick it up. Absolutely enjoyable read. Just like 3.5 stars for me. Then, one of my goals for the year is to branch out in my reading. I wanted to read different types of books, different genres, all that kind of stuff. So, I finally got my hands on the manga of Fangirl. Now, this was one of my favorite books growing up because Rainbow Rowell is actually from my hometown, from the town that I am currently in. Not my hometown, but she's actually from the town that I am currently in, and I've always loved that connection. So, Fangirl was actually written about the college that I went to. So I've always loved Fangirl, and getting back to dive into this world in the manga, I think was so special because it has photos of campus that I'm like, oh, I know right where that's at, and I've been there, and the coffee shop he works at, I've had coffee at numerous times, and it's just, I absolutely adored it. I mean, this was an easy 5 stars for me, and I'm glad I tried a different medium of book that I don't typically reach for. Absolutely adored it. Now, I mean, this is new for me because like all 4 books cover Fangirl, the book itself, but I loved the way they were broken up. I thought it made a lot of sense. And obviously Kath and Levi. I mean, Levi is the golden retriever of golden retriever boyfriends. I mean, he is top 10. He is top 10 book boyfriend. Always and forever will be. I love Levi, and I love Kath as a character. I think anybody who's a reader can love Kath. And so those will always have a special place in my heart. And I absolutely loved it. Solid 5 stars for me. I think this was the only one that was on my TBR for the month that I wanted to get through this. I hate to break it to you, friends. I think I gave it 2 stars. I gave it 3. I gave this book 3 stars. I wanted to love it. You guys know how badly I wanted to love this book. I was so excited to read this book, and I think that's what got me. I think I was so ready for it to be a Taylor Jenkins read, to be something phenomenal, be my next I can't stop talking about it 5-6 star book, that when it started to fall flat, it just kind of fell from there. I found myself like halfway into the book, still really invested in the characters, but I didn't want to read to find out what happened. I wanted somebody to tell me. Wrap it up. Just tell me what happens, because I just got bored. And I hate saying that. I hate not giving this all the stars that I wanted to, because I know how hard it is, and I know how much of themselves an author pours into their books. And I've seen so many mixed reviews that I was like, oh, okay, I'm sure it'll be. I like most books. Like I'm not that deep about it, you know? And so I was like, I'm sure it'll be fine. If you do want to read this, please do, and listen to the audio. Listening to the audio book of it was a lot more enjoyable because you get a little bit more of that like dual POV. It's not dual POV, but there are little interviews that you get like different voices for the interviews within the book, and I think that helped. But at the end of the day, this was still just a 3-star read. And because of that, I don't think I read as much physical books as I wanted to. I just couldn't get through this as fast as I wanted. That being said, 10 books, 1 DNF for the month of March. Let's get through some April TBR. I got some lofty goals for April because we have so many good releases this month. And we had some from last month that I haven't even started yet. And I got some travel, which with some travel means that I got some time to read. So let's get on into April. April's gonna look a lot like March, except we're just gonna swap out a few things. First things first, Sunrise on the Reaping. Obviously, we will be reading Sunrise on the Reaping. Now, I will say I have started this. I'm about there. I have wept so many tears. There are so many little Easter eggs from the other Hunger Games that honestly, after I get done with this, I may have to go back and read the other books. I have too many other books. I know I shouldn't, but I want to so badly just because these books were the books that got me into reading. These were the books that as a kid, the dystopian aspect of it was something other than romance that I really just dug my teeth into. These books just mean so much to me that having this one be as good as it is already, it's like a warm hug that I know is gonna like squish me and just destroy me in every aspect, but I'm so ready for it. I'm so ready for it. And then obviously April 1st, Abby Jimenez has a new book coming out, so I need to finish off this trilogy. We're gonna do a little just for the summer. My mom actually is reading this book now, which is the first book she's read in a very long time. So I need to make sure that I can read it so I can talk to her about it because I know that she's really enjoying it. So I need to get through it. It's time. It's almost summer. Close enough. This one I know is a lot of people really enjoyed it. Now I know people love Yours Truly more. I loved Yours Truly. I am also a huge Part of Your World fan. So I'm ready for this in general. So we're gonna definitely dig into this. And then what's Abby Jimenez without a little Emily Henry? I talked about this last month. This is her debut novel that I found in my TBR that I have had for well over 3 years. So it's time. New book. Like we said, we're doing the new book, old book, new book, old book. Obviously, Emily Henry just makes sense. And then going back with another new book, Deep End, we are going to try to get through this. Again, another mixed review, which I think is why I wasn't like overly excited to dive into. It's too easy. The dive-in puns are too easy. I was just a little bit more apprehensive to start reading this one after the favorites because of how honestly disappointed I was in the favorites. But this month, a good romance book. Hopefully, we're going to get into the deep end. And then last, for my old book, to pair with it, Lucky in Love, Cassie West. This is the last Cassie West book that I have, so we're going to finish off that and then get into some other stuff. Now, obviously, ebooks. I will continue to do my random wheel generator. We have some NetGalley stuff to get through, and I want to do that Love Unwritten by Lauren Asher, get through that. We got a lot to choose from. I do have some traveling going on, so I'm hoping to get through that. I'm going on a plane, and I'm trying to decide how many physical books is okay to travel with. I don't know how many I want to carry around, though, so we'll see. It may be a pretty heavy ebook month again next month, but that just means you'll have to stick around to find out. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what's on your TBR for the month of April. Let me know what you read in March that you really enjoyed. Do all the things, click all the buttons. So thanks.